Alright, what is up, guys? We're back. This is day 2 of Turbo Kit semi-installation. We are going to be trying to wrap up this intercooler piping and make modifications to our bumper in order to fit that. And it is a super nice day out. It's a little windy, but that's okay. It's to be expected. It's not anything too crazy. I'm hoping that my camera can block out most of the sound with the little boom, but right now we're going to set up the tripod and then we're just going to get to work. That's the main goal for today, is straight up just get everything sorted, and hopefully we can get this. I don't need to leave the bumper on. It's not like a thing. I don't really care that much. I just want to get the kit installed, you know, and holding on its own for now, and then when things are better, then things will be better. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get situated and then we're gonna get to work. So let me do that. The adjustments to it. So yeah, we're gonna pop the bumper off, make the adjustments to it. Maybe the intercooler piping will fit later on. I'm gonna still try and mount some things up today, and that way we can get an idea. And then after that, I mean, that's pretty much today's goal. Just get all the piping situated. It is very windy out. This hood is bopping everywhere right now. Get that situated, and then hopefully by then, in the next couple weeks, within 2 weeks, I'll have a turbo at my apartment. We will have made a decision on what we want to run, and then after that, everything will just kind of be pretty much situated. Get the turbo, get it pumped with the lines, change the oil in the car, of course, kind of run this new battery, get this thing charged, get this car running, and then we're not going to leave the battery plugged in anymore. In case there's a short somewhere in the system and the battery is getting drained by the car itself, which is still a possibility. Loom isn't even wired in. This is the power circuit for the fog lights, so this looks to be original. We're just gonna take off the bracket systems for this, and then maybe these vents will come out with it. I think it's all one piece with the plastic. Take that stuff out. It's not gonna be ran in the car. It's one less thing in the way, and then I think we might have to trim this up as well. I'm not sure yet, because the intercooler placement for this setup is a little different than what I had on my other Civic. My other Civic, I had a bottom bracket and it was mounted to the bottom. And the intercooler is going to be behind this, so I don't think it's going to be in the way for sure, but we'll make adjustments if we need to. I don't think there's going to be any real problems with this, but we'll have to test fit and see where things line up. Alright, so since the plastic trim wasn't on the outside there, we didn't have to undo the two in the middle. So we got this one and this one, which is the main bracket that holds the most assembly to the bumper. We didn't have to do the other two because there was no extra bracket. That we figured out an end-all be-all solution to that. So the fog lights were probably the issue, but there's definitely, yeah, look at that, now we're good. So fog lights are the issue, bumper's on, obviously it's not tapped in, but now the intercooler piping is no longer scraping against that, so now this thing will actually fit, and you can kind of see the piping underneath there, so that's kind of cool too. But definitely some issues that we ran into, and now we full on figured it out, so I'm glad to see that. This intercooler is pretty heavy, and then this brace bar that we got is also not really in compliance with what we got. That one is on, so yeah, we just probably need to support that bitch somehow. And this fucking thing here, I don't know what that's all about. To find a way to support this intercooler, like I said, I had straps back in the day. I was the strap king, so maybe if we just set this down for now. So yeah, it's going on. I mean, it's lining up like it's supposed to. It just needs a little bit of help. We don't have to take out everything in it in order for things to fit. Alright, so we're back. We got back from Walmart. I seen a tick on my toolbox. So I'm going to do a tick check before I leave, and then when I get home I'm going to shower anyways, so it'll be fine. I'll do a full excursion cleanse, a tick check, because I do not like ticks. I don't feel like contracting any sort of... Not every tick has the disease, of course, but we want to be making sure that we're doing our due diligence when it comes to that stuff, because being healthy is important, so we want to make sure we're maintaining. But I'm going to do my camera setup, and then we're going to try these bungee cords. That's what happens. Notice, but the idea here is we're going to come underneath this intercooler, and then we're going to try and loop up. But obviously we can't really get this thing to fucking do its job here. So, come underneath it. Get that bitch tightened up like that, huh? And now that bitch is up. Come on. Go. You can just kind of attach it to these. There's a little bit of a different setup than what I have, but these are tight enough to where we're not going to have to worry about the intercooler bouncing around. So this is what we got for right now. So this actually worked out really good. I'm going to change the routing on that a little bit because it's a little high on the one side. So I think if we can just support it and keep it straight, because it looks, like I said, it's a little higher than usual, but we'll support it, and then yeah, we'll probably much see where we can go with that from there, because this shit is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. And then we're going to tighten that one side down. So that side obviously isn't clamped in yet until we know that that side probably just needs to come down a little bit. But alright, so this is what I decided to do. Just kind of looped it up there and then tucked it in this little thing. I think that's what I did on the previous vehicle. Obviously this side is not the same as this one, but this one was just too high, so I think now it's a little, at least a little bit more level across the board. And then once I have things tightened up, we'll be good to go. And then we'll see where this other piping lines up, and then we'll tuck our rag and be done, because there really isn't much else I can do right now until I have a turbo and then get that set up. So alright, so what I'm doing now, it's kind of windy out, I gotta take off this. It's a fucking 12. We're ready to... That John is gonna fly. Alright, this thing is out. That thing is no longer in the way. I think it's a sensor that plugs into the system that allows things to know if there's a fucking accident going on. But now that that's not in the way anymore, there's a little bit more room here to negotiate with the intercooler. So I might have to take out my... Yeah, we'll have to take out my water. No water. Well, this stuff's gonna come out, I guess. Oh, fucking gay. That's gay. So incredibly gay. But at least I have access to it, so. There's only 2 bolts holding this thing. I mean, it's plastic. It ain't really going nowhere. Obviously, they want to make sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do, but 2 10s. Technically, like, I think 5 or 4 10s, because there should be 3 on the bottom holding this thing, but I only had 1, which is fine. That's where we're at. I'm fucking tired of holding this thing up. I mean, thank God we got the cables, but that's the only thing that's holding this thing together right now. I think that's the best it's gonna get. We'll scooch this over more too, because obviously we're not even... That's gonna fall off. That side is not set up right. And then that side is in, but it's not. Something ain't right yet. So we'll have to see what's going on. But these clamps don't have to be in 100% tight, but I want to make sure that everything is just kind of there. So that's where we're at. Shit kind of fucking sucks. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's where we're at. So I'm gonna tighten things up a little bit, and then we're gonna get out of here. So that's gonna be a wrap for today. I'm gonna get more cables when I go out, and then we're gonna be done because I don't want to keep fucking doing this no more. I'm gonna get some groceries today. I'm gonna go eat a nice meal. So, but yeah, and then I'm gonna shower, do a tick check, 2 of them, one before, one after. Could be stuff in my car. Unlikely, but it's possible. Like I said, that one was there, so they're out there. So, all right, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.